Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Agrarian Skies from the SkyLords server. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back in our spawn base. I'm gonna pick up some stuff that I'm gonna bring with me. Today, I'd like to do... I'll bring this. I'll bring everything. Today I'd like to get into autocrafting. Hello. Did I forget that? I'd like to get into autocrafting today. And I'd like to set up the infrastructure. I'll just destroy all of this. I'd like to set up the infrastructure around applied energistics. And I'm very excited because there is a mod that I have never played with in this pack. It's called AE2 Stuff. Most fancy name ever. And so I think... Do I want to bring this as well? I don't want to like tear up the entire base, but I don't want to redo infrastructural stuff like PvP tunnels and things. But yeah, AE2 stuff seems to be an add-on to Applied Energistics. We used the growth chamber obviously earlier in the series, but I think it seems to be a pretty cool mod. Look at the lighting here now. What happened? That looks awesome. I like that. Oh, is it a gorgeous sunrise? Or sunset? I have no idea. But yeah, it's an add-on to Applied Energistic, and it seems to add a few different cool mods. I realized that my mic is way too far away from my mouth. I don't want to be bending like this. Hold on. There we go. It's a funny thing when you start recording. You don't want to, or I don't like to overthink things. By the way, speaking about recording, speaking about YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. We just, at the time of this recording, we just hit 7,000 subscribers to the channel, which is amazing. That is insane. It's an insane amount of people. Holy cow. And I'm very grateful for all of you that are here and that are watching my videos and that are pressing the subscribe button. It's very inspiring for any YouTuber, I think, to realize how big of a support crew they have. Okay, so inscriber, I want to set up one of these advanced inscribers. I was testing this out a little bit in creative, and it's pretty cool actually. I like it. We're gonna need that and some acceleration cards. 5 actually should be just exactly what we need. We actually had some there. Okay, cool. Now the way this works, let's do this. Let's grab a cable. I want to show you how it works, and then I want to try and... Hello, these look weird. Ha! I want to show you how it works, and then I want to try and build an efficient system around it. Let's grab some regular item ducts. Yes, let's grab a stack of the U and some servos. Any servo will do, but I'll grab that for now. And chests? Yes. Let's grab 2 chests. I'm actually gonna need 2 servo. Yes, I am very organized, very much so. Okay, so let's pop down here. We built this last episode. You guys were happy with it. Still need a little bit of polishing up and things, but I was thinking our autocrafting and AE2 infrastructure could be back here. So I've kind of broken through the wall. Hello, wolf. I heard you. I've kind of broken through the wall. Now we don't have any channels left on this bad boy, so we're gonna need to pull out a new fat one. And this is another thing. I would like to have colored cables. We'll fix that today actually. I have an idea for how we can do something cool that I haven't really done before. But for now, let's just pull a cable down like so. Now this... Can I do this maybe? Yes, this will look good in the end. This AE2 stuff inscriber, the advanced inscriber, does require power. So you can power it through AE2, just like that. And then, if I understood this correctly, all you need to do is to feed it and extract. And it doesn't matter which side, if I tested everything I should have tested. It doesn't matter which side you feed it in or out, it will be smart enough to handle it. So, what am I talking about? Well, check this out. If I were, first of all, I'm going to unlock these to allow automation. And now, if I were to grab, what's in a... I had a lot of those diamond things. Diamond things, processors, whatever they're called. Engineering. Yeah, I had a lot of these. So let's grab all of them. And then let's grab some redstone and some silicon. And as we know, this together in an inscriber will make an engineering processor, right? But it's always a hassle with the inscribers. You have to input and extract the things from the correct sides. Well, if I do this, it should just start to... Yes, look at that. It places it correctly and I can do that. Wow. That's insane. That is so easy. And don't tell me that I should add this to survival stories to the mod pack, please. Don't say, oh, you should have this mod there. You should have the... No, 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 we aren't, because it's too overpowered. Don't you see? It doesn't really... You don't have to think so much, which, you know, for Agrarian Skies, I think that's a good mix. What I can also do is something like... Let me take these out. I could also take my engineering... Was it engineering? I think it's engineering. This and a diamond. And that will understand... Well... It should have understood. I tested this in creative. It worked just fine. Let's try that again. Diamond goes in. Where did the other thing go? Hello? Oh, it's stuffed here. I don't have a wrench. What I was getting at is, what I was trying to show you was that I figured out that you could also use... Oh, I used the silicon, okay. So if we put that in there... Yes, look at that. It creates it and then it pulls out the press and the thing. Now, there is an issue with that we will get into later unless we do a separated... Now, this doesn't make any sense. But what I'm thinking is, if we have one of these advanced inscribers per press, so that's going to be 3, 4 with the silicon, and then we have one of these advanced inscribers for putting these together with the redstone and silicon, then I think we're gonna get a pretty awesome, pretty nice looking system. So that's at least the plan. Advanced inscribers, ladies and gentlemen, they are truly amazing. I like them. I like them a lot. We also have the crystal growth chamber that we've already checked out. So I want to set that up. But before we get into any of this, we need to create ourselves some crafting CPUs. And I wonder if we can afford them. I would like to go with the 4K ones. So in these, aha. Yeah, so maybe I should create some logic processors. Logic press, I'm gonna need that, and then I'm gonna need gold. And then I'm gonna need redstone. And how am I on silicon? Not very good. How do we get silicon? Oh, we just smelt Certus quartz. That we have 10,000 of, so that's fine. Maybe I should set up machines as well. Wow, there's so many things to do, ladies and gentlemen. There isn't enough time. It bothers me a little bit. I have no furnaces here. So let me create a new one of you. Should be doable, maybe, perhaps. Can I? Oh, crap. Yeah, I'll do that off camera. I'll do that off camera here in a second. Maybe we should set up the machine room today as well. Don't know how much time we'll have, but I want to do everything, okay? So let's unlock that and let that cook up all of these things. And then I'll make some processors just so we can make all the stuff. I'll craft all of the things off camera. But I'm going to have to go back and get the redstone ferni and a little bit of other things that we're going to need. But ideally, by the end of this episode, we have an AE2 infrastructure that is awesome. So anyway, I go craft now and I come back to you. Alright, we're nearly there crafting wise. Turns out though I ran out of these pure Certus quartz things, so we're gonna have to set that up. But I was thinking we could set that up on camera. Now let's see. I haven't quite figured out exactly how I want things to go here, but I'm thinking for this thing for now, the crystal growth chamber. We've used this before, and did I bring? Yes, I did. If I drop this one in there, it will just grow. Yes. Okay. Now the question is, what happens if I output? Let's borrow, oops, wasn't supposed to do that. Oop. Let's borrow this. If I output from this guy, will I have to whitelist is what I'm wondering. No. See, that is what's nice with this AE2 stuff. It seems to be only allowing output for actually done items, which is fantastic. So that's very cool. Okay, I needed those so that I can make more of the calculation. I think it's calculation. Let's see. Yeah. So we take those and maybe a few more. Look at how quick that growth chamber is working. I may consider adding it. Okay, only for that growth chamber thing, because it's so freaking amazingly quick. And it's just a hassle to not have it. Okay, so you put you in there together with... Nope, let's make some silicon as well. Everything is a little bit unorganized at the moment, and I apologize for that. It's going to be fine here in a minute. We're kind of... we're kind of in between two jobs. No, we're kind of in between setting up or tearing down our old infrastructure and setting up our new, and then these things happen. By the way, I don't even have a mining operation at the moment. I just realized that when I was over at my old base. I have nothing to gain me more resources, so that's a little bit scary, but it's going to be fine. Okay, so that's all I need for now. Now, I should be able to craft the last pieces of the puzzle, and that's going to be the crafting CO processor. Yeah. We're fine. We're good. Boom. 2 of you. Okay. So, first things first. Let's set these up. And the way I'm thinking about this then... Actually, I should bring some dense cables. And I promise you, now the guy will say, hey, why don't you make a terminal? Well, I should, shouldn't I? I really should. I agree with you now. It's too much back and forth. Okay, so I'm thinking we run a fat cable in the roof, and then we have kind of sections coming down like this. We can actually go ahead and break this for now. And we'll have the crafting processors up here. I think will be pretty. So like that maybe, and then another one here. These are 4K ones, so in total that should be 12K, I think. We could have them like that. And does that take up a channel? Yes, it does. Okay. So that's cool. I still have some channels if I want to come out down here. So let's see. We have 6 channels left. That's actually enough to do the processing, crafting, and this thing. Because didn't I say we needed 5 of each? I think so. So let's then do this. We're going to be very, very utilizing every single channel we can. And I'm probably going to regret that one day. Actually, no, that won't work because I'm going to need the interfaces as well. Crap. Okay, that's fine. Let's do the processing of stuff over here. And hopefully we don't dig out to the void. That's at least my hopes. So, let's see if we can set this up. If I do... Oh yeah, I have to remember this. I put a floor on here. Do I have a torch so that you guys can see what I'm doing? Yes. Jeez, my inventory, I tell you. Okay, we do that. And then... let's put... Trying to understand, or trying to figure out how I want to do this. This isn't perfect, actually. Because now these are in the way. You know what? Let's keep one of these up and then let's move these. We don't need to have them here at the Autocrafting. They can be just hidden in a wall somewhere. We don't need to see them. Putting some stuff away. There. So what we're going to do is we're going to have... We actually need a fat cable down here. Well... Talk about going back and forth, back and forth. That's how we do. We don't need all of those cables. So let's do this. 4 of you. That's going to be 4 channels there. And then if I put this on, I'm assuming that all the channels will be in use now. Or does these not take channels? If not, that would be amazing. Oh, they don't, by the way. They are only using power. I'm stupid. Yes, this will work. Okay, so let's go back to the original plan. 5 interfaces and 5 advanced inscribers. Sit like so. And then what we'll do is on the back... Can't really do on the back. So we'd have to do on the front. But that's fine. I mean, this is simply going to be a crafting display thing. Yeah, so on the front we'll have cables or ducts, item ducts like this. And then we'll make sure to disconnect the center. Like so. And then we'll put servos there and on all of the top ones. And the idea is that we give a pattern down here that will send the items to the advanced inscribers. And for the first 4 ones, I'm going to leave the top one locked because these are going to be responsible for the... So we have logic, we'll have calculation, and we'll have engineering, silicon. Keep that locked. I don't know, yeah, the bottom one shouldn't be locked. So we actually need 5, wait, what did I miss? No, here. And then the engineering one there. So the 4 ones here will be responsible of creating the base, this thing here, the printed stuff, the printed circuits. And the last one will have like this. And this will be responsible for putting the presses together. Now, I'm going to need a crap ton of acceleration cards, which I think should be fine. But let's also put up our advanced crystallized thingamajiggy. And I can't remember, will this guy... I wonder if these will power themselves through the interface. They probably will. But I'm going to need one more interface right there. And while we're here, let's also create a pattern terminal. This is a really talky episode, talking about what I do. But hey, we're being technical. I want to get back into building. I want to actually ask you guys... I know kind of in the beginning of this series, I think we said, I'm going to put this here for now. Yep, that's fine. And then let's also create some empty patterns. In the beginning of the series, we were kind of saying that, that's my first pattern thing, by the way. We're kind of saying that we would go with Tomcraft as our first magical mod. I don't know though, there are some really good stuff from Botania that I need to, or that we need to explore. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, yeah, we're going to need one of each printed. Do I have any? This will be a little bit weird. Yeah, we have that, we have that, we need the logic one. But basically, I'm going to tell this that a pure Certus quartz equals to a printed one. Boom. And then we can do the same thing with all the others. So silicon equals to that. Boom. And then diamond equals to that. So yeah, let me know about Botania, by the way. Let me know what you think. Now, I'll do the gold one here in a moment. The other very important thing we need to do here is to say seeds. No, pure Certus quartz. We need to do this. That equals to Certus quartz seeds. That's only the first step. Then I need these. One of those equals a pure Certus crystal. Yep. And now, what I should be able to do is come down here. Oh, I made it. I was supposed to make an interface. I know. So let's do that. Interface. Thank you. We'll go here and we'll say, in this interface that is the crystal growth chamber, we'll put U. Creates one pure, yes, beautiful. And we'll see here in a second if that works. And then in here, we had the logic one, so I don't have the logic one yet. Calculation, did we make the calculation? Calculation circuit, yes, we'll put that there. Now, let's test that out. I actually need to activate these as well. Boom, like so. So let's try and request a Certus. First one of these, that should be possible. And then let's also request a printed thingamajiggy. Oh, I only have one CPU. That's right. because I took it down. I'm gonna put you right there. We may actually need quite a few printed ones when I think about it. So we have 17, that should be cooking up rather quickly, although I didn't put the acceleration cards in there, but we have 17. Let's in the meantime create some of these. Boom, 43, yeah. And now we have 18. So that's working beautifully. And basically what we're doing is we're telling AE just to send the item in this interface, and that will insert it here, and then this will do the rest. And this should be cooking up. Yes, it is. And I don't have a servo on it, so it won't send it back, but I'll fix that. I think this is going to be a real cool and easy way to do autocrafting, CPUs and everything. And we're using 6 channels. That's perfect. Alright, I got all of these installed now. So I got patterns and all. I also did these patterns here. Everything is working beautifully. It's very, very fun to do applied logistics. I love it so much. Now the next thing we're gonna need to install is a molecular assembler, which is basically your crafting. So these are machine craftings, but if we want to do regular crafting, this is how we do it. We have an Emmy interface like that, and then I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4 more, so 5 in total, and we'll connect these up. And these are interfaces that are flat. I don't know if we've used them in Agrarian Skies, but I've certainly used them in other series. So now we could do that. And we don't really need that there. And that should take up 5 channels. Yep, beautiful. And it's hanging like that, super cool. Okay, so now any crafting pattern will go in here, in these interfaces. And we can have multiple in every interface. Then this guy I will fill with acceleration cards. And that should be it, I think. So let's go and try that. Let's see if we can grab ourselves some more patterns. Yeah, looking good so far. Let's grab 5. That should be pretty quick. One would think. Oh no, there's something I forgot. What did I forget? So it's definitely, it has sent the stuff here. I'm guessing it doesn't have power. Yeah, that gave it power, and then boom, everything crafted up. That's interesting. You know what we can do? If we want to keep the prettiness, we can turn this back into regular interface, stick that on the back side, remove this. That should give it power. Oh yes, it's glowing. So now it still has, it gets power. I thought it would get power from these flat interfaces, but I guess not. It gets power from the back now, so now it's gonna work. We are gonna need to, of course, encode a lot of patterns, but one thing that I'm gonna create is an interface terminal, so that I don't have to run back and forth. What am I missing? Oh, Emmy Interface. I'm gonna basically try and go and set all of these crafting recipe thingies into practice and make sure that our AE system learns as it needs to learn, if you know what I mean. But let's make those for now, and we're gonna need some of you. Then the next thing with autocrafting is to teach it how to pulverize stuff and how to burn things in furnaces. If you've never played with applied logistics, I would recommend go and check out my tutorial on it, where I go through a little bit more in depth of how to set everything up. But it's pretty straightforward. What we did with the processors, with the inscribers, is pretty much what I'm going to do with pulverizers and redstone furnace. This thing is cool, the interface terminal. It lets me access all the different interfaces that have a crafting thing tied to them. So the molecular assembler we can see here, I can go ahead and stick that in right there, and already now I should be able to request panels. Yes, so very, very handy indeed. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're at the stage where this thing is pretty much done. I mean, we'll continue to expand, but check this out. Put a little bit of design on it as well. And I added redstone furnace and a pulverizer here. Basically the recipes goes down here. I'm telling it that one silicon or one Cerdus dust equals a silicon, and the redstone furnace does the rest. But yeah, I think that we're pretty much done. I'm pulling this here because I want to put up one more of those molecular assemblers. If you're new to Applied Energistics, that may sound like an overkill, but trust me, it isn't. It's not an overkill. It's going to be absolutely required because we're going to use up all of these and probably more there. So let's see. Let's do that. And I think this was a really pretty build. Actually, that's wrong. You're supposed to go here. I used this polished andesite brick. Why the crap don't we have that in Vanilla Mojang? Why don't we have that in Vanilla? I think it's a very cool addition. It's a little bit different from the stone brick. It looks a little bit more naturey, a little bit more rough. I think it makes a lot of sense in this technical basement that doesn't make any sense at all by itself. So yeah. Anyway, this goes here, that goes there. This guy gets one of these. And that should be the wiring. How did I... Yeah, I wired everything to the interface. Okay. There. Boom. Will you get a channel, please? Yeah. There should be some channels left still here. 18 out of 32. Now, I was thinking we could use this vibrant quartz glass. This is actually something that my friend Medilock used in his technical builds in... what was it called? Crash Landing. Yes. And I remember seeing his channel for the first time, and I saw that he used this and bricks, and I was like, oh, this guy builds gorgeous things. And I've ever since never really used the glass. I've always wanted to use it, but I've never found a use. But you let me know if you think it works. Remember, we're going to go with a medieval steampunky build, but down here, things kind of have to be high-tech. I did put in some grass there just to, you know, for it to remember where it comes from, basically. Also, I was speaking about coloring things. I have already created one of these color applicators. I can't remember how to use them, though. How do I switch in between? Can I just paint? Oh, I can. Hello. So this is orange. Because one thing that we're going to want to do, since the space is limited, we want to be sure to color the different channels coming out from the controller, because otherwise it'll get very messy very quickly. Now, I don't think I've ever actually shown you how to do one of these or make one of these on camera. So we may take a look at how to use this properly. And I just ran out. Yeah. Because we're going to need to create a matter condenser and a bunch of other cool stuff for this to work in the long run. We need matter balls, which is basically just, I actually have a condenser as well here. Should have. Thought I had. It's in here. Boom. Because I was going to play with this today, but I just ran out of time, I guess. But basically, this is like a trash can. Only difference is that instead of trashing the items, you can make matter balls out of them. And with the matter balls, you can then... Oops, we're going to need this. Boom. Just a local storage. And now if I would throw in, for example, cobble, which I don't have any of in this base. And then I switch this to matter balls. It will create one matter ball every 256 item, and then we can use the matter balls to do a bunch of stuff, but one of the things that it's used for is the color applicator. So we'll take a look at that some other time, because you know what, we're out of it. We're out of time, unfortunately. Let me know what you thought about this. I think it works. Okay, it's a technical build, and I'm sorry if it was a little bit too technical today. I'm not sure. You let me know that as well. I need your feedback constantly. But I think it looks good. We may actually cover up that cable. That could be something I want to do. But I think it looks cool. We have autocrafting. We have autocrafting of the AE2 stuff. We have pulverizers, redstone ferni, molecular assemblers. Everything is looking fantastic. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed. Join me next time, will you? Do leave some feedback down below and hit the like button as well. That really helps me out. Anyway, thank you, and I see you in the next episode.